Welcome to your Friday night. Thanks for joining us, Dan Kinney. I'll be following the puck for you. Andrew Wade to my left. He will have every answer all night long. He promised me. We're at the stable. He said that's the truth, too. Des Moines Oak Leafs against Cedar Rapids Rough Riders. We'll get the starting lineups. We'll bring the action to you. Thanks for tuning us in on your Friday night Oak Leafs hockey on YouTube and Facebook. Tell you what, that Leon Rhymes, she can pick him up and put him down. Little up-tempo version. Dan Kinney in the call. To my left, Andrew Wade. Cedar Rapids Rough Riders at the stable. What do we expect here, Coach?
Well, both teams come in with 7 wins apiece, 14 points. We just had 2 more games played, and we're 7-4. They're 7-2. Their 2 losses, one to Waterloo and the other one to Sioux City. Two high.
Both respectable, right on.
And so those were those 2 losses, but they split with Sioux City. A lot of their games that they played, were 1-goal, 2-goal games, except for Mason City, another common opponent, and they beat Mason City twice, 9-1. So looks like they have a little bit of offensive power, but they can play the defensive game. I think they have good size. What we need to be able to do is just keep Dylan Hullaby, number 44, kind of at bay. He's their goal scorer for them, and he's in their starting lineup. So if we can keep him at bay, things will look all right. So,
and you got your credit card back, so I think it's time to start the game.
Absolutely.
Right on, left to right come the boys in blue. Des Moines Oak Leafs in town. Thanks for joining us on your Friday night. Des Moines Oak Leafs hockey, left to right. That's Dunn, Hobbs, and May on the front line. Stern, Dorfield on defense. Jack Evans is your goaltender. The Leafs come at you from left to right. Blue Breezers, blue tops, outlining gold numbers. Tough test here in Cedar Rapids. Always a tough place to play. A team that's been traditionally really good. We'll start on it with an icing call. Leafs get an offensive zone face-off. Will happen to the right of the goaltender for Cedar Rapids. Just underway here. Thanks for joining us on your Friday night. Snuggle up on the couch, grab a cocktail, listen to some Leafs hockey. Offensive zone faceoff now, struggling, taken into the corner by Cedar Rapids. They look to poke it behind the net. Forced to the near side, ain't able to get there was May. He was the first to it. Now Cedar Rapids able to break the zone on an aerial. Snared out of the air and gathered by Hobbs. He's the senior captain. Dumped off the back of the blade by Stern to the red line. Now Hobbs has control again inside the blue. He goes to work alongside the wing. It's Carter Hobbs. Leaves it for Tyler May, the junior left-hander. Another stop and play. The 16:24 mark. Someone reeling near the Leafs bench, Coach.
Yeah, and we're going to get a penalty in Cedar Rapids and go into a power play. We'll see what the ref calls here since we have an Oak Leaf down, depending on what they're going to do. But, it's their, point getter who's going to be sitting in the box, for at least 2 minutes.
Down intending to an Oak Leaf right inside the blue line here. Just underway, 16:24 mark at the stable. Cedar Rapids Rough Riders, Des Moines Oak Leafs, Friday night edition. Two teams upper middle of the standings trying to push their way furthermore, if you will. Yeah. Cedar Rapids, a lot of tradition. Looks like a year that they're expecting a lot out of their team, and the Leafs have come off to a good start, Coach.
Right. And right now, when we look at the standings and kind of just the stats, Cedar Rapids is at the upper end of penalty minutes, 189 on the year so far. Taking another one here. The benefit for them, they're fourth in the league in the penalty kill, and we haven't gotten our power play going right now, and so hopefully we'll be able to produce something here, and maybe take the energy for Sterney, and hopefully Sterney's okay. Is able, kind of go to the locker room, get checked out, return to this game.
Thinking he's senior Grant Stern, nifty player for the Leafs, having a great year, shaking up along the bench early in this one.
Looks like the number 44 is going to be getting a game as he's exiting to the locker room. And so,
Coach, that must happen behind the play. I didn't see it.
I didn't see it. I was kind of looking at some statistics, waiting for the face-off down here, and just was behind the play. But he got a 5-minute major in a game, and so he's exited, and their leading scorer is not going to be playing in this game. So a little bit of an advantage for us, and if we can, if we can score a couple goals in this 5 minutes, because we can score as many as we want. We have 5 minutes of man up. So
Ankeny auto body power play. Leafs go to work in their offensive zone. That's Hobbs, Cooker, Warwick, May, and Dunn. Those are your 5 Ankeny auto body power play players for the Leafs. That's Dunn, the speedy one, the left-hander, the senior. Played to the point to Warwick. Warwick looks, surveys, wing to Hobbs, wings, looks, aerial, caught the goaltender, looked like the shin, and then sent outside the zone. Warwick hustles to pick up the pieces here. He's tackled upon, sails on all fours. Now Cedar Rapids on a good forecheck, able to keep it in, take some precious minutes off, send it off high off the glass, and they'll quarterback him from left to right. Here come the Leafs in all blue. That's Warwick, the junior from Johnston, the right-hander. He'll take the blue, hits his man just inside. The center looking around. Dunn puts on the brakes. The left-hander, point, Warwick. Right-hander, Johnston. One chance, just missed. To the right of the goaltender on the 6 side. Now drawn out where Cooker will play behind the net. To Warwick. To Hobbs. Tried a crossing route, unable to get his man. He wanted Dunn. May now goes to work in the corner. Cooker looks to tuck it in, able to do so. Kept in by Warwick, the right-hander. He'll survey it again, send it to the wing. Back to Warwick. One-timer, extra pass to Hobbs. Slot, chance, look, low one through the slot. Wanted Dunn crashing again. Now Warwick will control again. Ankeny auto body power play. Leafs look good thus far on it. Scoreless game, 14:54 mark here in the first. Crossing route, Hobbs the slot. Fumbled it momentarily back, now front of his blade. Now a circle look again. Poke it around. Hobbs will take control, send it to Cooker, the left-hander in the corner. Cooker to Hobbs. Hobbs steps up. One-timer, low one. It's off the glass again. Good pressure by the Leafs, just no dividends as of yet at the 14:30 mark. 3:06 left to go in the penalty. Cedar Rapids suffered the 5-minute penalty variety. Leafs got a lot of time to work with, see if they can set it up again. Good first flurry, some decent shots. Nothing to show for it, though, Coach.
No, and we need to be able to
Stolen.
One, we don't want to turn the puck over right there,
Right.
especially with a man up. But just not able to get that crossing path and get a quick shot, and then be able to crash and find somebody back door.
Half of it's gone now. 2:33 left. The 5-minute penalty. That's Butler. Leaves it along the side. Now controlled by Cedar Rapids. They circle inside their blue line. They'll play catch with their defenseman. Now send one high off the glass just in our general direction. Poked out of the air by Butler. Butler checks to the wall. That's Hender, the left-hander. Fanned upon a pass, but did get through to Mink. Mink stops, pops, tries a give and go to Hender, unable to get there. Cedar Rapids wins another battle. They got this thing down to 2 minutes. Scoreless game 13-27. Good break for the Leafs early on with the penalty. Not so much a good break. Grant Stern going down. See how that little fella's doing. It's a nice player. Hate to have him out. Back in the corner they go. Circled now, tackled upon. Good back check by May. Gathered momentarily, suddenly where May's got his stick on it again, but Cedar Rapids scrappy and effective to the puck as they continue. Now they leave it outside their blue line. Now back in. Send one to the right of Evans, or the left of Evans, his glove side. Comes all the way out of the zone, poked to the corner. Now tap back in where just barely escapes the stick of Borrud, and Butler has it again. 1:26 left in that 5-minute penalty. Seemed like it might be forever for a while there. Now an icing call, bring it all the way back down this way. Good start, Coach. Bad finish to this one so far.
Good start, but the start is the power play isn't the same. Our power play just is not being able to get into the flow, especially breaking it out. We should be able to break it out with a little bit more ease and then be able to set it up and then be able to get some more shots.
1 minute, 17 seconds left in the Ankeny Auto Botto power play. That's Hobbs. He'll skate it. Now tackled and taken off the puck, but Dunn controls. He'll take the red and he'll take it fast. The blue as well. Try to give and go to Hobbs, unable to get there. Now stolen by Cedar Rapids. They'll send it all the way back down the ice again. 1 minute flat left in this power play. Tackled and controlled by Warwick. Behind his net, he'll have to hurry to get the wheels moving here. He's able to do so. Now lost control on the blue line. Tackled again by Cedar Rapids. And Cedar Rapids is 45 seconds away from dodging a big bullet early on here at the stable. Back in the corner they go. Dumped on the back of the blade from May to Hobbs in the corner. One-timer Hobbs. Tap. One to man the backside. Cooker's there.
And good job by the Cedar Rapids goaltender. He take the initial shot, and comes back out, and he recovered well. Got back, slid over, was able to square up to the shooter and be able to get a stop there.
Good last look by Cooker, the left-hander. Almost poked that one across. That would have been big. 32 seconds left to go. Offensive zone face-off for the Leafs. They work right to left in all blue. Warwick now stolen. Hobbs one-time turnaround. Caught the glove of the goaltender. Back in the net's May. Slot. Hobbs leaves one for Dunn. Dunn. Warwick. Front tap. They got one. Deflected in the front of the net. And Warwick put one on net, and at the 11:42 mark here in the first, only 19 seconds left to go in that 5-minute penalty. The Leafs draw first blood 1-0, Coach.
Absolutely, and we needed to draw first blood. We needed to get that first one, continue with that momentum. We'll still have 19 seconds left to be able to have a man up, and so we need to win this draw, kind of get it back set up in the offensive zone so we can go try to get another one, and hopefully Cedar Rapids doesn't kill it and be able to get their man back when we're in our defensive zone.
What a difference to come out of that thing with at least one.
Right.
0 is a bad number. 1 is more than acceptable. 9 seconds left to go on that. Leafs able to gather one and poke one in. They lead 1-0. 11:26 left to go in the first period. Now they're racing from left to right again. That's Hobbs on a long stretch pass to May. May's got some space. May, short side, unable to gather it in time to get a good shot off. Now he's in the corner. Scrum ensues to the right of the goaltender. That's pinched by Hobbs on the wing. Glove save, stop and play. We'll get an offensive zone face-off. 11-10 in the first. Leafs lead 1-0.
Absolutely, and I see Stern has made it back out on the ice, so he's able to, get checked out, get things all ready to go, get everything, all the cobwebs or whatever out and ready to go.
This is Kinney and Kelty and Merrick on the front line. Dorfield and Stern on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs on the ice as they work from left to right with a 1-0 lead at the 11-minute mark here in the first. Tackled on and stabbed into the corner by Kinney. Now continued on as Cedar Rapids will skate it. They'll take the blue. They're racing. Slot chance. Stick side. Unable to gather it through. Now poked all the way to the point. It's Dorfield in the corner. He wrestles with it. Wins the battle and pokes it out again. Lost between the skates of Merrick. He's unable to control now. Stared in front. Good back check there. I believe that was Stern that's entered the game. Poked that one away late. Good work out of him. Now Merrick will race it along the blue line. Will get it out of the zone. Kinney controls. Taps to Kelty. Kelty continues it farther along into the blue line at the 10:23 mark here in the first period. A 1-0 game for the Leafs. Sent in by Kinney on the dump and chase. The Leafs will get a change. Back behind the net they go. That's Hender. He's the first to the puck, but Cedar Rapids able to break the zone. Stab it along the corner. They got some speed. They got a one-on-one. Jack Evans beaten to his stick side on a dangling backhanded move. And just like that at the 10:04 mark here in the first period, Cedar Rapids Rough Riders tie this thing at 1 apiece.
Yeah, we let number 28 Walker just kind of slip by our defenseman, didn't pick it up and didn't recognize, and was able to get the puck to the open ice and get that break. And so we just got to do a better job in our defensive zone, or an offensive zone when they're starting to break out, recognizing where everybody's at, and making sure we're backing up when we need to.
Hender making Barton on the front line. It's Warwick and Butler on defense. Jack Evans in goal. Those are your 6 Leafs on the ice as they move from left to right. That's Hender. Stepped across the blue. Mink was there before him. Get a stop and play on an offsides call. Bring it just outside the blue line. It'll come right and adjacent to the goaltender from Cedar Rapids. Left to right in YouTube screen. Dial are the Des Moines Oak Leafs in all blue. Face-off run in the corner. Ridden on into the corner, now taken off the puck. Unable to continue on. Well, Warwick looks to pinch. Now Hobbs gathers the puck. Now taken back by Cedar Rapids. They're able to play it along the wall, but poked back in on a good active stick by Dunn. Dunn, short side. It just sailed over the goaltender's glove side and high. Dunn had a decent look from the corner. Kicked aside by Evans on a nifty save on the defensive end. Fast-paced hockey. A 1-1 game at the 9:20 mark. Pinched by Cedar Rapids successfully into the corner to go to work. To the right of Jack Evans. That's Warwick on the goal. Pokes to Hobbs in the corner. Kicks with his stick. Now outlet pass is a good one to May. The left-hander from Valley. Ridden off the puck to the right of the goaltender. He continues on. Steals it. Center and pass. One-timer. And he got Hobbs. Nifty play by May. Forcing the turnover. The dirty work by 3 results in the goal by 36. 2-1 Leafs.
Yeah, good forecheck and good going hard behind the net, getting control and getting the turnover and be able to just kind of put it out front of the net and kind of ricocheted off the goaltender and came out. Goaltender couldn't square up to the shooter, and Hobbs was able to find an empty part of the net, get us back into the lead 2-1.
Hobbs from May. May with some scrappy, dirty work behind the net. That's Dorfield. Pinches and sends it in on the dump and chase. This is Mink and Barton and Hender on the front line. Stern and Dorfield on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs in the ice as they move from left to right in all blue with a 2-1 lead in a fast-paced game. Leafs started out with a 5-minute penalty to work with. Unable to convert on much till the last 30 seconds of that one. They able to squeeze one in the net, take the 1-0 lead. Cedar Rapids able to answer very quickly. But your latest goal from Hobbs from May, making it a 2-1 game.
So what I'm going to be looking for is just as we're in our offensive zone and our play over defense, looking at when they pinch and if when we're backing out and just seeing that play and looking at if we have a third guy high, somebody to help. Cedar Rapids looks like they have pretty good outlets when you're going through.
Kelty, Kinney, and Merrick on the front line. Butler and Warwick on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs on the ice. That's Kelty. Taps it ahead. Trying to get Kinney free, unable to get there. Good pesky stick by Kelty. He'll dump it in. Now Merrick goes to work in the corner. He's the first one to it. Sent all the way around. Out of the zone they come. Good back check by Kenny and Kelty. Able to force it to the red line, but poked back in by Cedar Rapids at the 8:05 mark here. They have a 2-1 lead. We're just in the first period. It's Warwick. Leaves it for Kinney. Smothered along the wall, but able to kick it out to a racing Kelty. Kelty on the dump and change. Those guys will leave the ice, and another group will come in. Here they come. Obviously, game plan in hand here for the Leafs, and thus far, so good. That's Butler. Behind the net. unable to advance it. Dunn joins the fray. Freed up now where Cedar Rapids controls. Stolen by May. Been all over the ice early on here in Cedar Rapids. May, short side, tried the 5. Couldn't get it. Good offensive zone face-off and a stop and play. It'll happen to the right of the Cedar Rapids goaltender. If you're looking from right to left on your YouTube screen, Leafs look good thus far, don't they, Coach?
So far they look pretty good. We're able to break through and try to break it through the defenseman, and be able to crash the net.
Face-off taken, now sent behind the net. Short side. Wanted to free up Dunn, able to do it. Good pinch by Dorfield, the rock star. Stepped up. Electric guitar and all. Kept it in the zone. Back of the blade by Dunn, the racing one. Unable to control it. Now tipped furthermore ahead where Stern enters the fray. He'll dump it in off the back of his blade. Good to see Grant back in action just a few seconds into this one. He was down for quite some time. Front of the net again. Front chance. That was a great save because Hobbs was point blank. Looked like he got it with his glove, Coach.
Yeah, and what the goaltender did there is he basically saw that the space in between what Hobbs had to work with, and he came out and attacked so that Hobbs couldn't make a move or stay back in the net where there was openings. And so good job by the goaltender just going out and playing it.
Hender, Mink, and Barton on the front line. Warwick and Butler on defense. So you have 5 Leafs in the ice as they move left to right. Chipped outside the zone. We get another stop and play. Bring it all the way back down this way. Only 6:52 left to go in a 2-1 first period in favor of the Leafs.
We were lucky right there. We I think we pinched too early, and all of a sudden, we could have had an odd man rush going against us, but we had a hand pass, and so we just got to watch that and making sure that we're not isolating defensemen, putting that extra pressure with the odd man rushes.
Offensive zone face-off to the left of the goaltender. Butler, low one. Unable to get through traffic. Tipped on by Hender, now sent into the corner. Barton crashes the play. Able to keep it in, but Cedar Rapids controls behind their own net. The quarterback, and they'll send it all the way along the wing. Good pinch by Butler. At least continue to force the issue. Some really good forechecking here in the first period from all 3 groups. Back now, Cedar Rapids able to escape the zone. They'll get to the blue. Play a long stretch pass just off the outstretched arms as they enter the zone. Warwick's the first one to tackle it. Hender joins the fray right behind the net. That one trickled straight through. Front, chance, slot, look out. Wide open look. Evans 5-hole closed it up. Stop and play, 6:13 in the first period.
Yeah, those shots right there aren't going to hurt us. If you get them outside of those dots, the goaltender should be making those saves for us. The big thing is it came out free into the middle. If I was that defenseman, I'd be taking that shot all day long. We just got to make sure we get bodies in front of that puck and block those shots.
Hobbs will take the draw to the right of the goaltender, Evans. Sent along the glass, unable to get all the way through. Now continued and sent through on the last poke by Hobbs with Cedar Rapids control in their offensive zone. Stretch pass, tackled and supported by Butler, gathered on the back of the blade by Hobbs, and behind the net they go. The 5:56 mark here in the first period. Leafs lead 2-1. Back of the blade by May. He keeps it in along the wing. Blay now shovels, looks, leaves it for Warwick, the right-hander from Johnston. Low one, caught traffic in front, kicked into the corner. Cedar Rapids controls, now kicks to the wing, but Hobbs is there again to keep it in. Tapped in an extra effort by Butler, but Cedar Rapids breaks the zone. Warwick with support, able to get it out of there. Cedar Rapids with numbers, not enough to convert on anything, and that shot goes to the left side of Evans. The scrum ensues behind the net now, and now moves to his right. Deflected by Hobbs and sent back to the red line where Cedar Rapids falls, and here comes Hobbs. One-on-one, the captain from Dowling. Wheels, deals, caught it off the back of his blade. Unable to get it, he's got it again. Hobbs, slot, chance. That's off the sternum of the goaltender, now tucked in. Offensive zone. Face off at the 5-minute mark. Hobbs found himself alone and free, tried an extra move, just didn't have enough space for it, Coach.
Right, well, and he thought he had enough space, and then at the last second, the goaltender did a great job of just poke checking that, and at the last minute, letting Hobbs think he's got that, and then taking it away from him by the poke check.
From that, Kelty's all alone, unable to get there. Found himself free on the face-off, kept in by Stern. Now poked furthermore along. Merrick, with some defensive support, able to force it to the blue line. The stolen hand, a good forecheck by Kinney. Freed up to Merrick. Merrick goes to work in the corner. To the point, good extra pass to Dorfield. Kicked into the corner to Merrick. Leafs look to control in their offensive zone. They're able to do so. That's Merrick. Now we've got a whistle and a stop and play at the 4:42 mark. Someone's going to sit for a while, I think.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Merrick Merrick with a 2 minute for tripping. That's that stick work, when you're trying to poke at something rather than just coming in hard and using your body and using leverage. You poke at something and you miss, it gets into somebody's skate, they go down. So we're going to be going on a 2 minute penalty kill.
Rise Pest Control penalty kill. Penalty kill sponsored by Rise Pest Control. Happened at the 4:39 mark here in the first period. 2 minutes on this penalty.
Hopefully
it's Warwick and May and Hobbs and Dunn, your Rise Pest Control penalty killers.
And hopefully we can keep our penalty kill, what we're doing right now. We're number 1 in the league with a 96.67% kill average. So if we can just continue to keep that going, keep it at 2-1, it's going to be a big win and momentum shift for us.
Best in the league. Right now the Leafs are on the penalty kill. Battle won by the Leafs. That didn't go all the way through. Now they gather around the red line. Now poked furthermore in. Now sent off the glass and high. That'll stay in. Battle won by the Leafs there. 1:43 left to kill on this Rise Pest Control penalty kill. Cedar Rapids and Black Breezers, white tops, green outline, black numbers come from right to left. Now stolen again and won by the Leafs. They'll come right back on goal. 1 minute, 30 seconds left. The penalty kill. Cedar Rapids now will gather the offensive zone, take it along the wing. Centering pass, that actually caught Evans, whether he knew it or not. Skate. Slot, chance, extra pass, and a good one. Evans snared it out of the air. Stop and play, 3:56 left in the first period.
The other advantage that we have, right now is Cedar Rapids is at 11th in the league in their power play. So their power play is struggling, only at a 4% conversion rate. And so we just got to play to our strengths, do what we've been doing, get the puck out of our zone, get it down, make them use the whole ice.
Defensive zone face-off to the left of Evans. Won by Cedar Rapids. Slot, open look. It's sailed over the glove side of Evans. Scrum and Sue's behind the net. They look to tuck it in. It's Mink in control now. Looks to break the zone. Crashes to get all the way to the point. They look to set it up, and they'll be able to do so. That one caught a little air, unable to gather it. Now they got behind the net. Good back check there by Warwick as he joins the fray. Hobbs as well. One-timer, low one, stick side, missed the net. And the stick side of Evans now played to the point. Tap furthermore along. Gathered and controlled by Cedar Rapids along the wing. They're able to take it inside the blue line. Now tuck pass, they're still there. Now they'll play it low and behind the net. Crossing route, slot, chance, Evans, still there. It's Hobbs off the back of his blade trying to clear the zone. Mink able to get it to the point, but no further. Still there in a good feed. A little too much heat on it for Cedar Rapids winger to control it. Back behind the net it goes. Hobbs in the last tip to get it there. Cedar Rapids looks to control. 15 seconds left to go on the one-man advantage for Cedar Rapids. Try crossing route, caught Warwick's stick, unable to get there. Hobbs now off the glass, able to get it to the red line. 5-4, 3-2-1, and the Leafs are going to get out of here by killing the penalty. Both teams at full strength with Cedar Rapids in attacking mode. Along the left wing they go. Play it to the point, but no one's there. Now Merrick will skate it to the red and dump it back in. Hey, battle won by the Leafs, and as Coach said, best in the business in the league on the penalty kill. They didn't do anything to hurt that percentage or those chances right there. That's Stern. He'll play right on back in. 2:20 left to go in the first period. Leafs lead 2-1. Back behind the net they go. Look to play it out. Butler will play it right along the Leafs bench. Scrum and Sue's in front. Now stolen. One Cedar Rapids winger ahead of the other. Getting it off sides and a stop and play. 2:07 left to go in the first. Great A on that penalty kill, Coach.
Yeah, and we did a good job just kind of staying at home. I'd like to see us a little bit more under control, not taking so many airplane turns, a lot of stops and starts, taking away lanes. And once you get that thing on your stick, you got to be able to get it out of the zone, just to make them reset the whole thing. So we still have some places we can still work. Even being the best, we still have places to grow.
Ultimately, no goals, though.
Yep, absolutely.
Sent now around to the wing. Tipped by May. Warwick will skate it. Warwick tries a long backhand to Hobbs, unable to get there. Now given up in the offensive zone. Here they come. Poked off the puck by Butler. Back behind the net they go. Confrontation by May. Dunn joins the fray. Now May has it again. Poked dangerously in the slot. One-timer. Chance. Both teams poking at it. Good late stick there by Hobbs to... it was Hobbs to thwart the effort. But Cedar Rapids in control. They try that crossing route. Man able to escape the zone. Cedar Rapids quick to the puck, winning a lot of battles now. 1 minute, 20 seconds to go in the first period. Leafs lead 2-1. Cedar Rapids in control at this point. Shot on goal. Good one. Caught Evans high. One-timer again, now poked by Butler in duress out of the zone. We'll get an icing call. We'll bring it all the way back down this. That might have been the worst 45 seconds of the game for the Leafs coach.
Right, and Butler making a good decision in front, being able to just get that puck, just get it down, reset. Let's get a defensive face-off. Let's get it out. Let's win that blue line, especially with the minute 6. You don't want to give up anything right now for any momentum to go to Cedar Rapids.
Kelty, Merritt, Kinney, Dorfield, Stern on the ice for the Leafs as they work from left to right. In front they go again in the corner. 1 minute exactly left to go in the first period. Now tackled along the corner with Kelty. Able to free it up. Controlled and helped by Stern. Centering pass and a good one by Cedar Rapids. They turn and look. Poked on the back of the blade by Kinney, able to keep it out of there momentarily. Now Evans will catch that one at 46 seconds left to go here in the first period. 2-1 lead Leafs.
We just got to make sure we have good communication down low. We're leaving a Cedar Rapids guy in between where our forward is, who's a little bit high, and our defenseman, and we're not getting a stick or a body on. And just if a puck gets in there, we got to make sure we have somebody there taking away the stick or the body.
Defensive zone face-off. Sent all the way around the boards now, where Hobbs is able to control it, take to the red line. Now poked furthermore back in. Stabbed by Dorfield on a good pinch. Handed over to Hobbs. Gives up the puck in the defensive zone, but 30 seconds left to go. Cedar Rapids got a long way to go. Trapped in on the body by Stern. One-timer by Stern. Caught traffic and a stick sent into the corner. They'll tap to the wing. They'll get it outside the zone. Now there'll be a hustle play. Cedar Rapids is loose if they can hurry. Angle cut off by Stern. Puck caught off by Dorfield. Nice play by the Leafs to come back and remedy that situation. 10 seconds to go. Watch it. Kicked over the boards by Evans. Front of the net again. Taken out of there by Hobbs. Poked in by Dorfield. In duress all the way around. 2-1 seconds. And in the nick of time, the Leafs get out of the first period with a 2-1 lead. Hey, last 3 minutes of that period were all Cedar Rapids.
Yeah, and it was all Cedar Rapids just because of the pressure they put on, and what they're trying to do out of their defensive zone is they're trying to do stretch passes, and they're escaping 2 guys at a time, and so they're overlapping. So if you miss one, you might get the other, and so we got to defensively make sure that we're watching that defenseman, watching guys break the zone. When we get down in the zone, we're leaving too many guys free there in the front, and so we got to do a better job of tightening that up and making sure we just have bodies. And that just takes communication. Talking to defensemen, talking to the forwards, making sure we have the right coverage and just doing our job. Do your thing that you're responsible for. Don't try to do somebody else's. If you try to do somebody else's, that's where the breakdown is going to come from. So hopefully we kind of fix those things a little bit in this break here. Then we come back, get the momentum back. If we can get a goal in the first 5 minutes and make this 3-1 and put a little bit more pressure on Cedar Rapids where they're playing off kilter, that's where we want to get that.
2-1 Leafs lead. At the end of the first period, we'll be back in 15 minutes after a scrape. Shots on goal, 9-8 in favor of the Leafs. Been a good first period. Join us for the second. We'll see you in a little bit. All right, back up and at 'em. Second period just about ready to get underway. Cedar Rapids Rough Riders, Des Moines Oakleafs lead 2-1. Coach, what do we got in that first period?
Hey, well, it started off with a 5-minute major from checking from behind and a 10-minute game misconduct from Holtby. He kind of put us up on the power play. It was a little rough going at the beginning of the power play, but then, at the 5:18 mark into the period, Hobbs scored from, Warwick and Dunn, and, gave us a power play goal to get us up 1-0. But then Dunkel found Walker, kind of free for Cedar Rapids. Got, about a minute 50 later to score to get it to 1-1. But then about a minute after that, May found Hobbs in front of the net and be able to bury another one. So we got a 2-1 lead going into the second period, and we just got to continue. The last 3 minutes of that period was all Cedar Rapids. Can we come out of this period and get that momentum going back our way, get an early goal, get this a 2-goal game, and get momentum going back to the Oakleaf side? So it helped with the 5-minute major and game misconduct to get us going. We just, but we can't rely on that. We got to play 5-on-5 hockey and minimize their, stretch passes out of the defensive zone. We got to be aware of everybody in front of us. Defensemen just got to remember, 5 guys, be able to count to 5, and they've been doing that since kindergarten. So make sure those 5 guys are in front of you. Don't let anybody slip past you. And no odd man rushes. These guys, they're pretty fluid, and they like that stretch pass, and they like to create those odd man rushes. And if we let them do that, the momentum is going to go to Cedar Rapids' way.
Yeah, you're right. The Leafs got off to a good start there with that 5-minute. And by the time Cedar Rapids caught their traction, the period was half over. And by the time they really caught their footing, if you will, they had 3 minutes to go. And the Leafs had some nice defensive shifts there to be able to keep them out of the net. They found the bench in the locker room, protected a 2-1 lead against a very good Cedar Rapids team. You got to be happy with the 2-1 lead on the road here in this one after one.
Absolutely. Your goal is every game is to win periods, and right now we won that first period, but that's behind you. It's a 0-0 game.
Yes.
That's what your focus has to be. It's 0-0. Win this next 17 minutes of hockey. If you can do that and go into the locker room again for the third period, and you've won 2 periods in a row, then that momentum in that third period is all your way, and you put a lot of pressure on the home team.
Going to switch it around here, go from right to left. Boys in blue, Blue Breezers. Blue tops outlined in white and gold. Got those gold numbers on the road uniforms for the Leafs. They'll be going from right to left on your YouTube screen. Cedar Rapids, the home team. From the stable, the Rough Riders, they'll come from left to right. Black Breezers, white tops, and black numbers. Thanks to everybody back at home in Des Moines tuning in, listening to this one. Leafs off to a good start against what most people feel will be one of the teams in the top half of this conference. See if they can stay with them. We'll start from right to left. Dunn, Hobbs, and May will be in the front line. Butler and Warwick on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs in the ice as they work from right to left in the second period's underway. Your goaltender is Jack Evans, the DCG junior. Here we go. Back by the net, they go in the offensive zone. Tackled on into the corner by Hobbs. Kept in on a good play by Dunn. Leaves in the slot for Warwick. One-timer. Hobbs just missed the net high. Good extra look by Warwick. The defenseman found himself pinched up. Now he's in the slot again. One-timer. Good early rush by the Leafs. Get out of the locker room with a vengeance. Over here in Cedar Rapids. That's May. Tackles in into the corner. Scrum ensues to the right of the goaltender. Now taken on a good pinch by Butler. Tackled out of the air by the defenseman for Cedar Rapids. They're able to advance it all the way to the red line. Sent right back in by the Leafs. Good first minute of play there. Cedar Rapids, the quarterback, had tried behind their own net. Dangerously in front of the net. Now tackled. Now they got a 2-on-1. Butler's got to pick up the pieces. Slot chance one time. Missed the glove side and low on Jack Evans, and back come the Leafs. This is Stern. Stern still there. Tucks into the corner of Mink controls at the back of his blade. Mink now along the wing. Mink, the Hoover sophomore, to Stern. The Ankeny Centennial defenseman, the senior. That's Dorfield on a pinch behind the net. Plays it to Mink back in the corner. He's tackled and wrestled off the puck. Hender joins the fray. He's the left-hander from Ankeny, unable to gather it. Dump back in the corner. Cedar Rapids is going to be able to break the zone here at the 15-20 second mark. In the second period, the Leafs still lead 2-1. That's Stern on defense. Back of his blade to his line mate Dorfield. He's the rock star with the electric guitar. Packs it, unable to get it to Mink. Got it to the blue line, no further. Hender looks to control, unable to get there as well. Checks back in now. Stern now has to go back in the corner of Butler. Off the back of his blade, that's Barton. Left in front dangerously. Evans slide, short side. Good save by Jack, his best of the game. That one came up on him quick. He had to shut down that side. It was a stick side. He did so. Now an aerial played all the way to the side, and Kelty's got a chance. DCG, sophomore in the corner, looks to dig it out. Unable to get there. Played now along the wing. Trapped in momentarily by Merrick. Now it does escape the zone to the red line. Battle ensues just in front of us on the red line. Controlled and stabbed upon. Now broken free by Cedar Rapids in their offensive zone. Tackled in the corner by Butler in a good confrontation. Scrum behind Evans. Still back behind the net. Looking to free it up. Evans pokes that one aside. That's Zach Kinney off the back of his blade. Sends it behind the net. Controlled by Warwick. He's able to keep it out of the net for a while. Cedar Rapids controlling. Now controlled again by Kelty. He's able to poke it to Merrick. Merrick's going to skate it to the red line and dump it back in. Zach Kinney be the first to engage. Stabbed along the corner. Plays a soft one on net as the Leafs look for a change. Now played to the wing. Tapped on a good forecheck by Butler. Given up to Dunn. Back of his blade. Extra pass to Hobbs. Unable to get there. That's Dunn again in the corner. The racing one. Leaves it behind the net. 13:45 and counting here in the second period. 2-1 lead by the Leafs. Shots on goal are now 10-8 in favor of the boys in blue. Stab back in off the blade by Dunn. Corner. Surveying. That's Hobbs. Front of the net. He'll play it to Butler on the slot. Butler. That tried to get through. May caught a piece of it. Now May's in the corner battling again. He doesn't lose many. Back broken up by Cedar Rapids. They tried to play an aerial. Tapped in and kept in by Butler. May off the back front of his blade. Center and pass Hobbs. Just missed him. Good extra look by Tyler. Wanted Carter. Unable to get him. This one trickles free in a one-on-one. Kicked aside by Evans. The quick outlet and moved by Cedar Rapids at the 13:07 mark here in the second period. The 2-1 lead for the boys in blue, the Des Moines Oakleys. Tackled all the way around to May. May will kick it ahead, but controlled by Cedar Rapids in the blue line. Stolen on a racy move by Dunn. Now he goes to work behind the net. Back they go. That's Hobbs. He's the first to confront. Again, the Leafs are there. That's May. He's able to keep it in. Good forecheck by the Leafs. Now Cedar Rapids breaks the zone on a little chip pass to the red. They ask for the blue. They got it. They take the slot. Unable to get through. Good play by Stern. Able to cut off that one. Now sent to the wing again. Cedar Rapids game and in control again. Tapping, wheeling, dealing, front, look out. Evans short side. Great save by Evans on a sprawl. That was the best save of the game. Both teams, hands down, Jack Evans.
Absolutely. And he just got his leg back, back to cover that. Just in the nick of time, it's still left the upper part of the net, but Cedar Rapids player couldn't elevate it enough. Good job by Jack Evans to stick with that, get his leg out there. We just got to continue to get guys on that back door, crashing down and making sure they don't get an easy shot like they were able to get there.
Looked like he could drive a truck through the opening to Jack Evans' glove side. He closed that little fella up in a hurry. Good work. Now Cedar Rapids loose again on the blue line. They wheel and deal. That's that Dunkel fella. Taken away from a good pesky effort there by Barton. Now Barton still on the puck. Wrestled it away, took it all the way down there. 12 minutes exactly left to go in the second period. 2-1 lead for the Leafs. Storfield now giving up on the wing. Centering pass and a good one. Slot. Evans kicks that one aside with the blocker. Stood it down the whole way. Back behind the net they go. They play to the point. Look out. They're getting hot. Back behind the net. Now they'll play it along the wing. They'll gather, circle again. Confronted. Poke to the point. Not able to get there. Kept in nicely by the Cedar Rapids defenseman. Soft one played on goal looking for a deflection. Cedar Rapids much in control here. One-timer. Kicked to the side by Evans off the stick. Still back in the corner. That's Hender. He's the first to get there. Unable to gather. Left in front. Stolen. Poked. Still unable to get outside the zone. Low one kicked aside by Evans again. Saw it the whole way. Leafs in duress. Unable to get it out of the zone. Stirred twined with the swipe. Unable to get there. Tick now. Deflected. Sent all the way to the wing. 11-minute mark. Been 60 seconds of Cedar Rapids offense. That's Hender. Able to clear the zone. Finally. on an aerial and into the corner. We'll get an icing call and a stop in play.
Yeah, and we're just getting a little discombobulated in the defensive zone. We're doing a lot of extra skating by just doing a bunch of these airplane turns, and it's giving us out of position. It's getting us to the outside where we need to be coming from the inside and out. Force them to take things out on the outside and be able to take passing lanes away from the inside.
Dunn, May, and Hobbs on the front line. It's Borrud and Warwick on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs on the ice as they again look to break the zone. Shoveling past slot again, same spot we were a minute ago. That deflection came all the way to the boards. Almost got all the way back to the goal. One-timer, tipped aside. Still somebody in front of the net. Now Warwick looks to tackle. Scrum ensues behind the net. To the right of Evans. Front of the net again. Slot, chance, poked quickly. Cedar Rapids looks like they're close. Unable to get there. Now Hobbs is going to play an aerial, and he's got May loose on the corner. The left-hander from Valley. Behind the net he goes. It's a little too much ice borrowed. Too many lines to be in fact. We'll get an icing call and a stop and play.
Yeah, and we're some of the things we're doing in our defensive zone, we're trying to just wing it around and try to force it out, but we're not getting it up off the glass. You got to get up high off the glass. If we get stuck in our defense zone, high off the glass, it's harder for the defenseman to hold that in and judge it and keep that thing in.
Hobbs, Dunn, May, Warwick, and Butler are your 5 Leafs on the ice as they work from right to left. The boys in blue. Cedar Rapids left to right, Black Breezers, white tops and black numbers. The second period has been all theirs. They're still down by 1. Behind the net, they circle and look. Survey, leave it for the other winger. Hobbs first to the puck, unable to get it out of the zone. Now Warwick controlled by Cedar Rapids, kicked ahead by Dunn. Now Hobbs will control it, tries that chip pass again to May, and he got him. Time Tyler gathered that one to the front of his stick, but before that we got a whistle and a stop and play.
So it looks like they're getting Cedar Rapids Walker with a 2 minutes for a rough. So we'll go back up onto a power play. It's not going to be a 5-minute, but it's going to be a 2-minute, and hopefully we can get things going.
Hey, something to change the momentum here, right?
Change the momentum, get things set up, see if we can hopefully get a goal here on this power play, and that would be huge to get that momentum going, swinging back into our way.
So much needed power play for the Leafs. They go on the Ankeny Auto Body one-man advantage power play. Dunn, Hobbs, and May on the front line. Butler and Warwick on defense. Those are your 5. Ankeny Auto Body power play. That's Cooker, excuse me. That's Hobbs. Slot. Quick look. Chance. Low one. Boy, the goaltender lost sight of it momentarily. Doesn't look like it went in. Did the light go off, or was that just me? Maybe I'm just dreaming of Christmas, brother.
You might be. You may have a little twinkle in your eye.
Well, listen, I'm going to take a little step to the side. No, it's all good. Dunn will take the draw. That's May and Cooker on the front line with him. Hobbs moves that defensive spot. Warwick grabs the other one. Those are your 5 Leafs in the ice, the Ankeny Auto Body power play. Dunn, Hobbs, one-timer, feints, slot, chance, look. Tuck move, unable to get it in there. Hobbs steers it in, keeps it in, at least momentarily. Now Cooker will gather it, leave it for his defenseman, and Warwick will skate it. He'll leave it to Cooker. Back to Warwick. Behind Cooker, gathered by Hobbs. Didn't get outside the zone. Now Cooker controls it again. He'll look to force the issue along the wing. Switches places with Dunn. Hobbs, one-timer, slot, glove save, stop and play. 1:05 left in that one-man advantage. 8:51 left in the second.
Yeah, and we're not making it difficult on the goaltender. You know, we had a guy in front in the eyes, and I think Hobbs just needs to just shoot it at our guy, you know, and just kind of look for it in between his legs. You know, have that stick out, and then the guy can decide if he needs to deflect it or not, or let it go through, and then turn around and look for that rebound.
Dunn, May, Cooker on the front line. Hobbs and Warwick on defense. This is your Ankeny Auto Body power play. Hobbs to the corner to Dunn. Short side. Caught the chest of the goaltender. Juicy rebound, no one there to pick up the pieces. Cedar Rapids able to thwart that effort. Evans will put a fork in it. Hobbs will quarterback him from right to left. Here comes the senior, the right-hander, the captain from Dowling. To Dunn. The Dowling senior as well. To Warwick, the right-hander from Johnston. Take it all the way around, the defenseman. Playing offensive hockey. Dunn, slot, chance, caught traffic. One more. Hobbs was there again. And able to make it happen. Tackle and sent into the corner awkwardly, and we got a penalty coming up And I believe it's going to be boarding. It could be if the serious variety coach fill us in on that little fella. Caught him from behind, it looked like.
Look from behind, or it could be a boarding. See what the official calls here.
Could be a big break for the Leafs. 18 seconds left on the first penalty and the one-man advantage for the Leafs. The 8-minute mark.
2-minute minor for a cross-check.
Gotcha.
So,
it's not like I'm hopeful for a boarding call against our guy, but I don't mind the dividends it pays.
Right. So I think, not sure.
Cross-check. Yep.
Not sure who called the timeout. I don't know if it's the Oak Leafs or Cedar Rapids, but nevertheless, there's a timeout, and so I think trying to set something up here, try to get you want to get a shot, and maybe looking for a goal here in the first 18 seconds, because then you can be able to continue on with another power play for another 2 minutes. Let that 18 go, and then you get 5-on-4. You only get one goal out of this. You could possibly get two, depending on what we want to try to draw up here. I think what I've seen so far is we're taking shots, or we're driving the side of the net, but nobody's going towards the back door. We just have one guy standing in front, and so the goalie it's pretty easy for the goalie. If he knows that nobody's going to go back door, he can set up and take away the angle and just let them shoot and basically dictate where the rebound is. So if we start to squeeze and we take that shot, we need somebody to go hard back door, because then the goalie has to worry about that back door, if it's going to be shot on or if it's going to be kind of a hard pass to that back door area.
No matter how this one comes out, this is pivotal time in this game.
Yep.
You're right at the midpoint of the entire game. Leafs lead 2-1. Got a 5-on-3 advantage here. Offensive zone face-off. Like to get something out of this. Whether you get it in the first 18 seconds or the back half, the second 2 minutes, doesn't matter. Leafs look to set it up. Warwick will start it from the point quarterback. That's Hobbs, the right-hander from Dowling. It's Warwick, the right-hander, the junior from Johnston. Behind the net he goes. Race had given up on a give and go. Behind the net. Wing. Warwick one-timer. That was a good shot. Caught the glove side. It was a good save by the goaltender for Cedar Rapids. 1:38 left in the one-man advantage. It's not 5-on-4 hockey. There's 7:40 left in the second period. Shots on goal have now been evened up at 13 apiece. Both looking to kick the extra point. To the point. Hobbs, back of his blade. Controls, dances, wheels, deals. The senior, slide, chance, sloppy, they got him! Hobbs put one on net. Followed up, looked like by May. We'll get the official scoring, but just like that, at the 7:28 mark here in the second period, the Leafs take a 3-1 lead.
On that one, what Hobbs did, what was really good, is he got the puck here on the half board, and then he started to just take it into the scoring lane and into where you needed to get to be able to create some movement. He took it all the way across, which forced the goaltender to go to his left, and he shot back to the right because he already knew he had a guy there for a rebound. So it was either going to go in or it was going to be a rebound sitting there, and that's what happened. So good job.
Kinney, Kelty, and Merrick on the front line. That's Butler and Warwick on defense. Those are your five Leafs on the ice as they move right to left with a 3-1 lead at the 7:18 mark here in the first period. It's Warwick. He'll play it to Butler. Butler on a crossing route and a good one to Kinney. Kinney, slide, chance, low one. Centering pass almost had his man. Kelty crashing, and now back come the Leafs. Controlled, nice play on the backhand there on the defensive spot by Warwick, and now he exploits the numbers. To Kelty, one-timer. They got him! Another one! Just like that, 4-1. Two good rushes by the Leafs. I think Kelty got the goal there, Coach, but I'll tell you what, that was big for the Leafs.
That is a huge goal, a huge momentum shift. It felt like Cedar Rapids was taking control of this whole period until this last, minute or two. Now all the momentum's to the Oak Leafs, and they just got to continue to do the little things right. Right before that goal happened, I was a little upset because I think we took a pinch and we didn't get puck, we didn't get body, and it could have been an odd man rush going the other way. We just got to make sure that now with a 4-1 lead, still a half a game left to play, things can still turn.
I saw your body language. You were angry at the defensive pinch there, weren't you?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Because when you have a 2-goal lead, it's not necessary that you have to pinch all the time. And
Yeah.
you know, you got to be 100%. If you pinch, you got to be 100% sure you're going to get the puck or you're going to get the body. One of the two. And when we come up empty, that just puts so much more pressure on the back end. And it, you know, when you have those, you got to learn how to, you know, when the right time is and when the wrong time is. You know, and so, you know, we never allowed pinching unless I directed that. Okay, now we need to start taking chances. We're not going to give up odd man rushes, and so I'd like to see our defensemen not be so aggressive. You know, you don't want to play on your heels, you want to play on your toes, but you still got to, play the game the right way.
Leafs lead 4-1. 6:51 left in the second. Coming into the stable, taking it to the Rough Riders. Hender, Mink, Barton on the front line. It's Dorfield and Stern on defense as your 5 Leafs in the ice as they move from right to left. Big late goal there. Now sent all the way back in the defense zone. Sent by Stern to the wing. Unable to, does escape the zone. Now poked head by Barton, the right-hander. Centering pass, he wanted Mink. Left him a little too far. Poked in by Dorfield, almost across the zone. Wanted Barton on a crossing route. Stern off the belly. Now he slips down. Might have got him with a hand pass as well. He was down there. He's using every bit of his body to keep that inside the red line. Get a stop and play at the 6:23 mark here in the second period. 4-1, boys in blue.
Yeah, and after that last goal, Cedar Rapids takes a little timeout, and now they have their new goalie in, a sophomore, getting a little bit of action here. So, you know, we've done some damage and getting them to think differently about what they're trying to do.
Came in waves there. That last 2 minutes of Leafs hockey was dynamite on the road. That's Butler. Back of his blade. Played by Warwick. Warwick will take it to the corner off the back of his blade. Steers it ahead. Able to get it to the red line. Now tap further along where Warwick will control to the blue. Send it to the open ice where May's there to gather it. Off the back of May's blade, he'll play a soft one into the corner, and the Leafs will dump and chase. Done the first one to get there. Tackled and controlled by the defenseman for Cedar Rapids. Chipped high and outside the zone. This will come all the way down. We'll get an icing and a stop and play at the 5:50 mark here in the second. 16-13 shots on goal in favor of the Leafs. 4-1 on the big board, Coach.
Absolutely, and we're rattling Cedar Rapids. They're going to start taking a little bit more chances. You know, they don't have to get out of their game. I mean, 1 goal gets us back, gets them back in it with only a 2-goal lead. And so we just got to play sound and just limit what they're trying to do.
Offensive zone faceoffs, Hobbs, May, and Dunn. On the front line, Butler and Warwick on defense. And Cedar Rapids is free and easy on the wing. Tried a short side shot, didn't make it all the way through. Tapped and sent by Hobbs. It's able to escape the zone. Cedar Rapids left to gather. Pesky effort there in the forecheck by Tyler May. Unable to Big Evans to come all the way down to the wing. They look at the control. Slot just inside the blue. Just outside the blue. Correction. 5:21 stop and play.
Yeah, good call by the linesman. Just kind of squeaked out and made a good call. Right now, with almost the last 5 minutes, my rule was we never give up goals in the last 5 minutes, and that's the mentality that you got to play with. Once you get to that 5-minute mark, there's no more goals.
Even if it's either way, right?
Yeah. Well, we can score.
Yeah, right.
We're not giving up anything, and so that's the way you need to play, making sure that we're going to keep everything at bay and slow everything down and making sure no odd man rushes in this last 5 minutes.
Kelty, Kinney, and Merrick on the front line. It's Dorfield and Stern on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs in the ice at the 5-minute mark here with a 4-1 lead. Centering pass poked out of there and good play by Dorfield. Sent all the way back behind the net by Kinney to Stern. Stern looks to gather it to Merrick. He'll poke it to the wing. Looking to break the zone as Cedar is the Leafs. Able to chip it now to the point. Now kept in, dumped into the corner. Let's come all the way back around behind the net where they center. Centering pass and a good one. No one there to pick up the pieces. They're still there. Scrambling. Slot chance. Evans, they got him on the high side and the short side. They beat him on the glove side. And just like that, the 4:39 mark here in the second period. 4-2. The Leafs lead Cedar Rapids.
Yeah, we got too fixated on where the puck was at and forgot about, other guys that we need to make sure we tie up. We just got to be responsible for our guy, and especially in front. You collapse in front, but then you also got to make sure you have everything covered on the backside in case anything squirts out. We didn't do that. We got to get back into just knowing where everybody's at and doing the responsibility.
Henry Mink and Barton on the front line. Butler and Warwick on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs in the ice in a 4-2 game. Cedar Rapids looks to put the pedal to the metal. They did in the end of the first period, if you remember, and now they look like they're trying to do the same thing here in the second period. Left dangerously in front. Still in front. They're able to trickle it and send it outside the zone of the Leafs. I'm with you, Coach. Let's get to the locker room here with this 2-goal lead. Butler. Blue line. Tap to the red. Feinted on by Barton. Cedar Rapids controls now right at the 4-minute mark. 17 to 15 shots on goal in favor of the boys in blue, and they lead 4-2. Stolen nicely front. Chance slot. They got him! Good steal in front. And the Leafs are able to finish it at the 3:51 mark. They got that goal back quickly. 5-2 in favor of the Leafs.
And that was created by just the forecheck. The line did a very good job. Meek went down and made a forecheck, but he didn't follow the puck. He did. Sometimes what happens is it goes to the other side and we start following the puck. He didn't do that. He went back and sent it to the closest guy. He created that turnover in front. We were able to get a shot. First shot on this goaltender goes in.
Dudman and Hobbs in the front line. Butler and Warwick on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs in the ice as they move from right to left. That's Hobbs. Taps it behind. Centers to the wing. Now sent behind the net. Tapped again. Furthermore, front of the net. Hobbs, one-timer. Unable to get there. Leafs all over it. That's May. May dances. Gives it up in the corner. Done. Back to May. Doing some work below the net. Able to make it happen. Cedar Rapids will escape the zone. Here they come. They'll take the red. They'll play an aerial in the rest of the way at the 3:20 mark here in the second period. Leafs up 5-2 in the stable against the Rough Riders on the road. Slot, look out. Short side. And missed Evans. Escaped the net high to the stick side. Able to stare that one down. This sent into the open ice to the right of Evans where Warwick, the right-hander from Johnston, gathered in quarterback, and he better hurry, and he is. Outlet pass, and he's got a racer to May. Didn't make it all the way through. May was looking for it behind him and never made it. Now they tap it into the open ice of their own Cedar Rapids along the wing. Warwick able to steer his man off the puck, win that battle, send it to the point, kept in, numbers and all kinds of them. Look out, Evans. Glove save. Big save by Evans.
Yeah.
Tell you what, Cedar Rapids plays a low one on net there. They got 2 guys camped out in front of the net.
And our forwards kind of left the zone a little bit too early before knowing that puck was going to be clear, and so you got to watch that. It's timing play. He was trying to get high off the glass. Defenseman did a good job of keeping it, but we just fled the zone too early.
Kelty, Kinney, and Merrick on the front line. Brofield and Stern on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs on the ice. They got to work in the corner. Now Leafs able to escape the zone. They'll take the blue. They'll take the red. Merrick scrappy. He'll send one on net. They'll finally smother with Kelty crashing. Good work by the Leafs to flip the ice. The 2:22 mark here in the second period. They lead 5-2 and in a pretty good spot here, Coach.
Yeah, it was a good response from the goal against us to come back and get another one. To just get that momentum. Get to the end of the period.
Now switch it up. Kelty will take the draw. American Kinney to his right and left. Dorfield and Stern on defense. Jack Evans is your goaltender. Those are your 6 Leafs. Now Cedar Rapids with a ton of speed along the line. Blue, red, they gather it, they stop, they pop, they look. Send it to the open man on the side. Look to control again, front of the net. Look for a little tuck-in tip. Stern able to thwart that effort. Played all the way to the point. Tap now furthermore along. Cedar Rapids' extra pass didn't work. Tapped and sent out of the zone on a pesky stick by Kelty. Now Kelty will send it all the way down. He's taken off the puck hard right in front of us. Cedar Rapids looks to make a change. They're able to do so. Now I'll send it into the open ice. They'll try dump and chase with 1:43 left to go. Warwick will send this all the way down. I don't think it caught anybody. It didn't.
Oh, I think they're going to get them for too many men on the ice.
Yeah.
He just kind of put it towards the bench area. Hit one of the players' skates who were trying to change. They're going to get too many men, so we're going to go up on a power play.
There's some debate over there too, isn't there, Coach? Looks like.
I think they're going to debate it. You know, they didn't try to play it, just ricocheted off, but I think they're still going to call it.
Yeah, the Rough Riders a little bit shell-shocked right now. Got to be. 5-2, minute left to go here. Minute 39 left to go in the second period.
Yep. So
Leafs have really took it to them in spurts.
Yep.
And the spurts that Cedar Rapids have, they've been unable to pay dividends on.
Be really nice right now in the last minute 39 here to be able to get a goal, you know, on this power play. Get it set up, get good movement going around.
Faceoff's going to come right and adjacent to Jack Evans. It'll come outside of the blue line for the Leafs. They have a 5-on-4 advantage in your Ankeny Auto Body power play. 136 left in the period, 156 on the one-man advantage, so there would be overlap if needed. Hobbs plays the defensive spot here. Warwick got him from the point. Hobbs fed Warwick, and he beat the goaltender to the 6 side midway up. And just as you asked for, Coach, the Leafs answer. 1:25 left in the second, 6-2, boys in blue.
Yeah, I was hoping, you know, it was just with this new goaltender coming in and the very first shot he sees goes in, that we go down and not just try to just move the puck and get the perfect shot, just get some shots and see anything that might go in. And Warwick gets the very first opportunity to shoots the puck, we get a little bit of traffic, goes in. So big momentum shift for us, you know, going into the period 6-2.
That's Barton on the draw. He wins it and sends it all the way in. Sent to the point. Tapper, one-timer. Another one almost fluttered over. That's May. May goes to work in the corner. Tap not play furthermore along as Cedar Rapids looks to break the zone. They're able to do so. They take the blue. Now they take the red and the blue again with speed. Tapped and stolen on. Nice play by Warwick. To the wall it goes, where Hobbs controls now. Hobbs plays it back along the boards. Gets it to Barton. Barton chips, unable to get it out of the zone. Snared in the air, kept in. 53 seconds and counting in the second period. Leafs lead 6-2 at the stable. Sent right on Evans. He kicks that one aside. Stop and play. 43 seconds to go in the second period. We're feeling it.
Yeah, and you know, coming into the second period, I didn't feel that this was going to happen.
Yeah.
And we just got, you know, a break here or there. You know, got them playing, you know, where they had to feel like they needed to make a change in net, maybe to excite their team, make something different, to get things to happen. And we've just responded really well this period.
Hinder, Barton, and Mink on the front line. Butler and Warwick on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs in the ice as they move from right to left. 38 seconds and counting in the second. Now taken by Cedar Rapids. Able to get it to the red line. Ridden off by the sophomore Mink. Behind the net it goes. Butler joins the fray. Scrum ensues to the left of the goaltender. Chip to the point, 19 seconds. Slot chance, he was there too. Wanted the tip, couldn't gather it. This is Barton. Aerial to Mink, unable to get there. Caught enough traffic to stop from the icing. 10 seconds go. Hinder, one-timer in front. Followed up quickly. 6 seconds to go in the period. One last look for Cedar Rapids. They're not going to get anything on that. And the Des Moines Oak Leafs take a 6-2 lead into this third period against the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders at the stable. Who saw this coming, Coach?
I really coming into this game, I thought it was going to be real tight, and it was going to be, you know, who wins the turnover battle and those type of things. You know, just looking at, you know, each team's power plays, each team's penalty kills, and what they've done through the season. We've really converted on our power plays and the opportunities that we were given. You know, and so, you know, increasing our percentage on the power play has been huge. And then just, you know, the penalty kills that we've had, you know, we've excelled at that. You know, looking at the stat sheet, when you look at the times of goals, you know, it's always funny to really look at when goals are scored, because it's usually a flood of goals coming. You know, it's usually big gaps, and then all of a sudden a goal happens, and then all of a sudden you'll see it next minute, another goal. And the reason for that is because either a team is on their heels because it just got scored on and you take advantage of it, or you just scored and you get comfortable and complacent, and then all of a sudden the opponent scores against you. So we've done a good job of responding and making sure that we are taking care of our business. So
14 minutes left now. Leafs lead 6-2. Refresh your drink. Come back for the third period. This is a good one. Boys in blue lead 6-2. We'll be back for the third. Here we go, back up and on from the stable. Des Moines Oakleys, Cedar Rapids Rough Riders, 6-2. Leafs lead with 1 period to go. Coach, heck of a second period, heck of a game thus far. What do we got?
Right. The second period was huge. We didn't have much scoring in the first half of that period. In the last 7 minutes, we had five goals between the teams. A lot of scoring. Minutes apart. We had May scoring. Receiving it from Hobbs, and then 30 seconds later, Warwick gets one to Kelty, and Kelty buries one. And then Cedar Rapids gets one a little bit about 2 minutes later. And then we go back to work, and 30 seconds after that, we respond, which is a good response.
Yeah.
We get a goal in 30 seconds, and Barton buries one from Hinder. And then, right before the end of the period, about a minute and a half left of the period, we get another one on the power play from Warwick, receiving a pass from Hobbs. And so tonight, so far, we're 3 for 4 in the power play. We came in struggling on the power play. We're 3 for 4 tonight in the power play. We're 2 for 2 on the penalty kill. Those are good numbers to have when you're trying to win a big hockey game. This is to me, this is a big hockey game for us to get 2 points from.
And the answer at the 5-2, when they answered, we came back right away within just a matter of seconds, was just gigantic. We've taken advantage of that first 5-minute penalty we got. We dumped one in there. We took advantage of a big one again midway through the second. And then the answer we've done everything but finish it so far. We've played very well.
Yep. And so the game's far from being over.
Yes.
And what I would be saying on the bench right now is, I always like to say win the period. Now you're winning every 4 minutes. Every 4 minutes you got to win. You're not giving up anything because they got to score, 1 goal every 4 minutes. And so you got to play those 4-minute chunks and just, make sure we're corralling and not giving those things up.
Third period's underway. That's Hobbs, May, and Dunn on the front lines. Warwick and Butler on defense. Your 5 Leafs on the ice. Jack Evans is your goaltender as the Leafs start the third period with a 4-goal lead at the stable in Cedar Rapids. Friday night hockey. Boys in blue taking it to them thus far. See if they can finish this one off. That's right along the bench, and scrum ensues. With a lot of commentary, I would gather and imagine, from those 4 to 6 feet. Cedar Rapids front. Look, Stance is still there. Steered aside, and a good last poke check by Warwick, and he's got it again. Good play by the junior from Johnston. Draw that one out, and then I tip it. Now they're on the offensive side. May, one-timer. It went over the net. The goaltender caught it with his shoulder and kicked it furthermore into the corner. Now it's all the way back this way where Brooks Dorfield controls off the back of his blade. Sends it into the corner. Hobbs now plays an aerial back along the wall. Again, the Leafs continue to try to get that winger loose on that play they like to do. 16 minutes to go. Back and forth hockey. Cedar Rapids needs to answer quickly. Leafs need to play smartly and efficiently, as Coach said. This will escape the zone. Now they'll tap it right back in. Off the skate of Stern, awkwardly. They dance, they wheel. Nothing happened there in the corner. Hinder now taking off the puck. Mink unable to advance it. Now finally Hinder's able to skate it past only to the blue line where Dorfield's able to check it furthermore. That'll find Scott Long on the bench. The 15:30 mark here in the third period, 6-2 in favor of the Leafs.
Yeah, so far, doing a pretty good job just keeping everything on the outside. Let them just get into the middle and be able to get some shots off or point-blank shots. Keep them on the outside, make it a little bit tougher on them.
Barton and Hinder and Mink on the front line. That's Stern and Dorfield on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs on the ice. 6-2 lead. Stern along the wing. Just missed Mink. Tap back in by Cedar Rapids. Left to fetch it and wheel it back out of there. It's Barton. Steers it along the boards. Confrontation on the blue line, but he does get it to Mink. Mink able to advance it. Send a soft one just at the 6 side in the goal. That'll trap around the goal. The Leafs will get a change. Kelty looks to advance it. Now a long stretch pass attempted by Cedar Rapids. Trying to take advantage of the Leafs on the fly. Didn't work out. We'll get an icing and a stop and play.
And you're going to see Cedar Rapids taking a little bit more chances. They're going to have to, being down 4 goals. And so you're going to see a little bit more pinching by their defensemen and trying to hold it into the offensive zone. And you're going to see a lot of flies.
Kelty, Merritt, Kinney on the front line, Warwick and Butler on defense. These are your 5 Leafs in the ice as they work from left to right. Tapped in on a good back check by Kinney momentarily. But controlled by Cedar Rapids now as they gather the blue. They send to the point. Slot chance, Evans. caught it in his belly. Stop and play at the 14:39 mark here in the third period. Shots at goal 21-18, and it has been fairly even without question. Leafs have taken advantage of some of the opportunities that they've had, penalties end within. A good defensive zone face-off it up into the right of the goaltender. Hobbs takes the draw, poked head by Dunn, and the racy one goes to work, and he continues on along the wing. That's May. Yeah, they had Dunn. Dunn had just gathered the blue line a step or two before May. They'll have to reset that little fella outside the blue line. The face-off will come right and adjacent to the goaltender of Cedar Rapids, just outside the blue line, the 14:32 mark. A 6-2 lead by the Leafs, dumped in by Butler. It's the big fella from Valley, the left-hander. Dunn, unable to advance it. They're gathered by Cedar Rapids. They're gathering, looking for that stretch pass. They're unable to find it. Defenseman looking. Now they'll dump it along the boards. They need to work a lot quicker than that. Leafs forecheck a little bit. They can put this one away. An awkward one right on goal, Evans. I think a little flutter to it. He's forced to kick it aside with his glove. Front of the net, look out. They're there. Tucked it, and they got him.
Yeah, we right there, we kind of, turned the puck over deep, and they were able to, ricochet right there in the middle and be able to get one. So making this a 6-3. So, looking at those every 4-minute chunks, we lost that first 4-minute chunk. And so now you got to reset, and respond. And the response is you don't need to get a goal. You just got to make sure that you're not on your heels right now. Win this draw, get that thing deep, make them work and earn it. Don't think about the last one. Just continue to move forward.
It's Dunn, Hobb, and May on the front line. Stern and Dorfield on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs on the ice as they move left to right. Icing call, bring it all the way back down this way. 21-20 shots on goal. Still got that 3-goal cushion that I know the coach likes.
I like the 3-goal cushion, but you still got to do things right, and you got to get the things deep. Make them use the whole thing, use the whole sheet of ice. But they're quick, and they'll do that stretch passing. So they need to take chances.
Yeah, 3-goal cushion at the 6-minute mark means a whole lot more than a 3-goal cushion at the 13:43 mark. Hey, we're not counting our chickens. We're just gonna keep grinding. Knock this one off at the stable. Stern off the back of his blade. To Dorfield off the front of his. Stretch pass. Unable to get through. He wanted Hobbs. Now it's left behind where Hobbs taken off his wheels. Played back to the point. Now May will shovel it back in. That's a good move by Tyler at the 13:19 mark here in the third period. 3-goal lead, 6-3. Tap now and played by Dorfield. Brooks will gather. Sends it, given up inside the blue line. Luckily, a defenseman was Dunkel. He was just a little quicker over the blue line than his line mate.
Yeah,
getting offside and stop and play.
We were able to just get that off or out of the blue line just a little bit. A shade earlier, and they would have been onside.
Faceoff comes just outside the blue line. It's taken by Zimmerman. Tackle over to Merrick. Play now where Merrick looks to control. Along the wing, unable to do so. Taken behind the net. Tapped head by Merrick again. He's unable to get it out of the zone. Leafs looking to break it. Not controlled and set along the wing. Where Merrick is again at work. Front of the net, now behind the net. Cedar Rapids in control if you're looking for field position. 6-3 lead. Leafs are in control if you're looking at the big board. Poked out of the zone by Butler with will and sheer force. Now sent tackle along by Warwick. Kicked aside by Evans. Played behind the net by Zimmerman. Now given up behind the net. One-timer. Man, that was a good look. Lucky to escape that one is Goodnow. Will race it to the red line. He still stays after it. Zimmerman pokes it back in. Tackled and sent behind. Well, Cedar Rapids looks to control from left to right. Off the stick of Goodnow. Back off the stick of Butler. That goes right on net. At the 12-minute mark exactly, they lead 6-3. The Leafs will get a change. It's Hender. Trapped in by Mink. Kept in momentarily by Butler. And now we got a one-on-one over in the side. Dances. Warwick's down. Slot, chance. Evans, glove save. Watch it. Scrappy in front. Scrum ensues. Some conversation. More than likely talking about different classes and grades at school. Or maybe not.
Hey, good job by Evans just to kind of sit on that and just, not too much movement, just making sure that, he settles in and making sure that, you start looking around, you start moving, that puck might pop out. So good job by him just staying still and making sure we have that save locked up.
Barton, Mink, and Hinder on the front line. That's Stern. Dorfield on defense. So your 5 Leafs in the ice as they look to dig it out. Just come right on net. Awkward smother there, but we'll take it. In the offensive zone face-off as well at the 11:37 mark. Hey, game played in waves. See if the Leafs can control the late rushes that Cedar Rapids has made at the end of every period thus far. Someone didn't like how that one settled. He'll drop that puck again. 6-3.
Little early start over there on the half wall. So we'll reset, making sure that the face-off is fair.
That's Barton on the draw, the junior from Waukee. Stabbed and sent to Stern. Poked in off his body and his stick behind the net. Feinting attempt by Mink to get there, unable to do so. Cedar Rapids able to break the zone, take the blue, the red, and very quickly the blue again. Behind the net they go. Hinder off the back, now front of his blade, sends it furthermore along to the edge, but to no avail. That's Dorfield. Dorfield caught the winger as he tried to escape the zone, but caught and kept in. I think any attempt the Leafs can make right now to keep it outside their offensive zone is a good move. It's between the stick, now lost by Stern. Front, they dance there in the front, short side of Evans. Look out, wrap around, slot, chance, good look. Caught traffic in front, and luckily, and poked out on an aerial by Hinder. The Leafs will get a change at the 10:50 mark. Hinder borrowed one too many lines. We'll get an icing. Stop and play.
Yeah, those are the things we need to do late in the game, third period, 10 minutes to go, up by 3. Basically, you got to get your body, you got to sacrifice your body, block shots, and Mink did a good job blocking the shot, just getting that turnover, getting out of the zone, get reset.
Cedar Rapids working in their offensive zone now along the left wing. Scrum ensues just inside that wing. Trapped in now, they'll send it low, along the wing again. Controlled by Warwick, front back of his blade, able to chip it out. Caught the stick, and here comes Hobbs. Skate, stick, back, front. The captain, unable to control. Kick now to the red line. Confronted on a big one by Levi Butler. Stick, puck, and all. Big move by the big fella, the left-hander from Valley. As he tucks that one back in. Now off the front back of his blade, Butler. One-timer low. Leaves a juicy one in front. It's the kind of stuff you need to change the game, Coach, right there.
And right there, the big hit by Butler, gets you a little bit of excitement going, gets the bench going. Between big hits and block shots, those are the things that can energize a team.
So hockey works. You find little sparks and things like that. Drop down, block a puck, knock a guy down, right, Coach?
That's right.
The things that get people crawling off that bench at 120 mph. This Warwick. Short side. Caught traffic. Couldn't get by the defenseman. Poked behind the net. Now gathered by May on the front side of his blade. May in corner. He'll tie that puck up for a while. Still May, the corner. Now broken up by Hobbs. Kept in on the back of the blade by Butler. Chuck, head. Hobbs will shovel it back in. 9:51 to go. 3-goal lead for the Leafs. At the stable against Cedar Rapids on the road on a Friday night. Slot, they look. They dance. They prance. Front, they couldn't get there. Cornered off by Dunn. Now Dunn will poke it the rest of the way out. They take it to the red line. They'll just be content to throw it back into the zone and dump and chase. Butler will send it all the way back behind the net, using some precious time. Warwick back to Butler. Butler checks it off the glass. Tried to get it through to May, unable to get there, but Butler's got it again. Now poised and controlled is Butler. He tries an aerial and hits a Hobbs on a good one. Hobbs checks it back in at the 9:12 mark here. 23 shots on goal, 6-3 on the big board. Comes Cedar Rapids, they take it to the red, now the blue. Back of the blade by Stern, keeps it out of the zone. Confrontation by Stern, keeps it out of the zone even more. Off the aerial, the glass by Stern. Good little series by Stern. He went down early in this one, picked himself up, played a pretty nice hockey game. First few seconds of this one, didn't look like he was moving too well. Played to the blue. The gathering controlled by the before-mentioned Stern. Back into the zone where Zach Kinney goes to work. Being icing. The stop and play at the 8:36 mark here in the third period.
Yeah, good job by Stern, just being able to put a puck. You know, we're doing a good job of just making sure that we win that blue line, getting high off the glass. You know, get it to the other end, making them use the whole ice. If we have to ice it, get it reset. Just eliminate the opportunities in the middle.
Shoveled, the stick side of Evans. 8:32. Now kicked outside the zone, controlled by Cedar Rapids on the red. Dunkel, he dunkles. He dunkles again. He's inside. Behind the net he goes. Hobbs steers it off Dunkel, sends it to the point, and this will finally escape the zone. Cedar Rapids have to pick up the pieces at the 8:16 mark here. The third and final. 24-23 shots on goal. It's the first time Cedar Rapids has led in shots on goal since this game started. Evans will smother that one with his glove. We'll get a defensive zone face-off and a stop and play at 8:08 left in the third. 6-2 Leafs.
Yeah, and we won the last 4 minutes, so it was good response. We got scored on in that first 4 minutes, and what is the response to the team? Did they give another one in the next few minutes? They didn't. They won that next 4 minutes, so now we just got to continue to win these next 4 minutes, get it down to the 4-minute mark with a 3-goal lead. I like our odds.
Yeah, if you can get down to 6 minutes even here, Coach, I mean, gosh darn it, the odds start going in your favor.
I still like it down to the 4-minute mark.
I like it down to zeros. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. No, it's all good. Behind the net they go. It's a good one at the stable. Play these guys tough, and now we're free and easy. That's done. Speedy one. The left-hander. Centering pass, one-timer. Unable to get there. Still in front of the net. Slot. Chance. Just missed the net. Now sailed over. Not sure how they missed it. Warwick still there. He pours it on. Boy, the Leafs look like that great chance there. Now they got odd numbers coming back the other way. 7:40 mark. Earmark this one. Slot chance. Evans kicked that one aside. Good look by Jack. Six side low. Still in front. Tap just caught the skates of Hobbs, or that was a good centering pass. Evans glove save. 7:27 in the third. Stop and play.
And we had a great opportunity down there, with the rush, the odd man rush, getting a shot on, and Hobbs just kind of went past the net rather than stopping it in front of the net. He stops in front of the net. There's another goal for us, and put a nail in the coffin. Didn't get it, so now we got to continue to get down to that 4-minute mark with this 3-goal lead.
Tapped and sent in the corner by Mink. Now taken back into the corner. We got a call here, too. That was a check from behind, wasn't it, Coach? Looked like Stern took the brunt of that one again.
Yeah. They called
cross-check?
A cross-check.
Yeah.
So they get a 2-minute minor on a cross-check, which is helpful. Getting a power play at this stage of the game. Stern's getting beat up a little bit.
Grant needs a Subway and 3 Advil.
Right. He,
good player, good kid, good family. Taking a beating tonight.
So we win this game, though. He'll take it.
Feel a whole lot better.
Yep.
Offensive zone faceoff for Cedar Rapids. In theory, it's just outside the blue line, left and adjacent to Evans. Won by the Leafs, controlled by the Leafs. This is Hobbs. The captain, the quarterback, the right-hander. He'll set sail. Here he goes. Right, left, dances. Takes the blue. The stick of Warwick. Warwick wanted a crossing route to May. Dump back in. Time's on the Leafs side right now. 1 minute 42 seconds left to go in the one-man advantage. See if they'll take their time. Good work by the Leafs. They'll dance, they'll prance. Feinted on by Hobbs. He'll stand there for a little longer. Now he'll race it. Loses it momentarily, hits Warwick. Dump pass and a good one to May. On the side, that's done. The racy one. Front of the net. Behind he goes. They'll set in the corner. They'll dump in front, unable to get there. Kucherad set up, unable to get there. Hobbs feints, looks. Warwick, the right-hander from Johnston. The left-hander from Dowling, done. Back to Hobbs, the right-hander from Dowling. Check, Kucher, one-timer. Couldn't get there. Missed the stick side low. Front of the net again. Tuck it in. Almost got there. Good puck movement. 1 minute left to go on the one-man advantage. A 3-goal lead. 6:16 left to go in the third.
Yeah, good job by the power play. Just to set up behind our net and have Hobbs just sit there and force Cedar Rapids to do something to force us out of the back. I mean, we have time on our hands, and so you don't have to do anything special. And if they're not going to pressure you, no reason to move. And once they started pressuring, then it gave us a good offensive opportunity and a good rush.
Dunn, Kucher, man, the front line, Warwick and Hobbs in defense. That's how the Leafs line up for the Ankeny Auto Body power play. Now they'll gather it in the corner. 50 seconds left in that power play. A 3-goal lead. Crossing route by Warwick, one-timer done as he crashes to the net. Unable to pay dividends. We got 6 flat in the clock. 44 seconds left on that one-man advantage. And again, 3-goal leads. The important factor in this one. 25s each shots on goal. We're at the stable in Cedar Rapids. The Leafs lead 6-3. 6 minutes to go in the third. That's May, the left-hander from Valley. Wheels, deals, back of his blade, unable to get there. Now skated, controlled the blue. The red by Cedar Rapids will check it to the blue, send it back in and dump and chase. That's Warwick. The back of the blade. Got his man on the blue line. Check pass to Cooker. Cooker on the blue. He'll stop, look, dump, done. Crossing route, good extra look. He wanted May, who crashed along the wing. Now May controls behind his own net. 5:27. Leafs need to be cognizant that they've got time on their side here, Coach. Smother it, keep it in that offensive zone. Anything that happens there is good, as that Ankeny body power play will come to a close on a one-timer and a short sider by May. 6-3 lead. 5:14 left to go. In this one, the Leafs will get a change. Look to be in a good spot.
Right, and the good power play. You know, we didn't get a goal out of it, but we took the time down.
Same, I agree.
It wasn't hurtful for us, you know, so it kind of helped us out here a little bit. Now, the 5-minute mark, get it down to underneath 4 minutes, and then the odds are really good in our favor.
Kinney, Kelty, and Merrick on the front line. That's Dorfield and Stern on defense. Tapped by Kinney, sent back in by Dorfield. Cedar Rapids looks to break the zone. Kept in on a nice play. Kinney in the corner. He'll dump it back into the corner. Good awareness by this group. That's Kelty behind the net. He takes his time as well. Back into the corner of Merrick. Will shovel it back behind the net. Precious seconds running off the clock, and a 4:41 left to go in this one in a 3-goal lead. Cedar Rapids finally able to break the zone. They'll send it all the way down. Dorfield will check it behind the net. Look out, front, chance, kicked aside by Evans. Poked and smothered by Evans along his right post. We'll get a stop and play at the 4:29 mark in the third period. 3-goal lead for the boys in blue. Hope you're enjoying this at home on your YouTube screen. Been a good one.
Yeah, and as now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, when you get down to your offensive zone, the third guy high is real crucial. Sometimes maybe even keep forward, just pressure just with one, so you don't allow any odd man rushes or a fly pattern, you know, a stretch pass.
Gathered by Warwick. Played to Butler. Able to get the blue. Now the red. Nice, sends one in and hard behind the goal. The goaltender for Cedar Rapids will smother that one. Get an offensive zone face-off with 4:14 left to go at the stable versus Cedar Rapids Rough Riders.
And it's good, you know, if you get the goalie to freeze the puck down there, that's a good thing, as long as you can be able to win faceoffs. If you can win these faceoffs, then you can keep it deep and you can kind of run and control that zone for a little bit and just continue to take time off the clock.
Hindermink and Barton on the front line. That's Warwick and Butler on defense. Jack Evans is your goaltender. So there's 6 Leafs on the ice. 2-on-1 now, look out. Extra pass was behind the would-be winger. Back in the corner they go. Able to steer it to the wing of the Leafs. 4 minutes exactly left in this one. Left in the zone dangerously. Still there in front. So finally escape the zone. Cedar Rapids will corral it on the red line. They'll survey it, send it into the open ice, and dump and chase at the 3:49 mark here in the third and final. 6-3 in favor of the Leafs. Sent high along the boards, but out of the zone, more importantly. Cedar Rapids needs to make a quick run. Good confrontation and poke ahead by Warwick. Now back, Cedar Rapids is sent all the way back behind the zone. It's Levi Butler, the big fella from Valley. Plays it to the wing. Tapped dead by Barton, the big fella from Waukee. Leafs will get a change. Send it back in. Kicked to the side by Evans. Poked furthermore by Warwick. Tapped furthermore by Dunn. Unable to escape the zone. Look out. Slot chance. Sloppy look there. Chopped into the air. Someone gave up their body. Front of the net again. Man, dangerously. You don't want to get to 2 goals here late. Poked out in a good pesky effort by Hobbs. Gets into the red line. Gathered. Now controlled the red line. Shoveled all the way back in on the left side of the stick of Tyler May. Cedar Rapids will control. Sealed in by Dorfield in a nice move. Front, juicy rebound, still there. Front, look, Hobbs, wheels, deals, buys, tucks. Good extra look by Hobbs behind to gather some time and some space. Perhaps a shot, unable to gather it. Cedar Rapids now doesn't have numbers but continues forward. Left fluttering on the blue line. Offsides they call it. Checked in by Dunn. Be an icing call and a stop and play at the 2:30 mark here in the third and final. Leafs lead 6-3.
Yeah, and we would really have to just fall apart and wheels fall off, and for things to go south here, we just got to hold our composure, just win the defensive blue line. That's what you're winning. Win the defensive blue line, just making sure that every puck gets out, every opportunity you get able to get it out, or you get close, it's got to get out.
Tackle now, controlled by Cedar Rapids, snared. They'll get behind the net. Centering pass again. Kelty able to force it out all the way to the blue line. Tucked back in now. Controlled and tapped to the blue line again. Now the red. Now tapped in on a dump and chase by Merrick as Kinney goes to work behind the net. Back comes Cedar Rapids. Caught up on the skates. Now controlled, kept back in. Momentarily on a good forecheck by Kelty. 2 minutes left to go in this one. Leafs lead by 3. Aggressive forechecking group. Unable to get there. Be sent all the way back down the ice. And an icing call. Job well done. 1:55 left in the game.
Yeah, it's going to take really good communication, especially on the forecheck. Just send one guy, send two guys high. If it goes across the ice on the other side, then the guy closest, he activates. He needs to go in the corner and put the pressure on the guy. That don't chase the puck. Just play the position, play the spot. And work together, going in and out.
Offensive zone faceoff for the Leafs. Tackled and smothered in the corner. Trapped furthermore, short side. That went through the slot. Warwick steps up, pokes at it, sends it behind the net. Barton on the forecheck trying to keep it in there. It's a good spot for this puck to be right now at the lead. Almost escapes the zone. Good pinch by Hender. Now watch out. Don't let him free. Wasn't able to do so. Good back check by Borud off the back of his blade, but here comes Cedar Rapids again. This is the dangerous Dunkel. He wheels, he deals, he buys. This net's kicked off its kilters at the 1:24 mark as Dunkel went through the slot, put it on his backhand. Goal was kicked clean.
Yeah, as forwards, you just got to make sure that you don't give anything on the back end, and so you've got to make sure once you see the puck starting to go out, you got to keep that third guy high. He's got to be hustling back, helping support the defenseman. The defenseman can try to slow them down, and then you got to be back checking. And this is where those tough, hard practices where you're skating hard.
Yep.
This is where it comes in to play right now. Defensive
zone face-off front chance. They couldn't get there. Snared again by the defenseman. Hobbs looks to clear the zone. He's able to get it to the red line. 1:09 left. 3-goal lead for the Leafs. Now sent back in. Slot chance, extra pass, unable to get there. Caught the skate of Warwick. Into the corner goes Cedar Rapids. They're able to dig it out. In the slot they look again. Now they sail off all fours. Leafs can get to this one. They're in a great spot. Tapped head by Hobbs. 51 seconds and counting at the stable in Cedar Rapids. Leafs looking to pull off the 6-3 win. Tapped furthermore along. Now gathered front. Still look out. Dunkel's there again. Shot. Caught the blocker of Evans. Good save again. Sent to the side. 35 seconds and counting. In the corner they go. That sent a blazer across the crease. Now Hobbs will gather this one. Cedar Rapids unable to pull their goaltender. Hobbs. Snapper. Caught the blocker. Sent to the side. 23 seconds and counting. Ariel all the way back in the defensive end. Icing call and a stop and play. 18 seconds to go. The Leafs lead by 3 in the third and final at the stable in Cedar Rapids.
Yeah, and that was fortunate for us that they decided to ice it there, but with 18 seconds to go, up by 3 goals, we would have to drive or lose the wheels, lose the engine, and drive everything backwards.
I've had some car trouble this week, so don't remind me. Kelty, Kinney on the short side. Back of the blade by Kinney. He'll shovel it behind. To Merrick, front of the net. Wanting Kinney again. All along the wing they go. Cedar Rapids looks to escape the zone. 8 seconds and counting. Caught a good back check by Merrick. All the boys back checking there. 2, 3, 1, and we are done with this little fella. The Leafs come into Cedar Rapids, knock off the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders at the stable by the score of 6-3, 28-26. The Leafs take a slight shots on goal advantage in this one. I'll tell you what, Coach, this is a huge win for the boys in blue. They'll be back against Mason City tomorrow.
Yeah, this is a good tone setter for the weekend, and a huge 2 points to get into the standings and kind of get a game up on these guys, and they still have two more games to play on us, so they could jump us still. But to put another loss in their loss column is huge. They're now 7-3, and we go to 8-4, and they get Waterloo tomorrow night. Cedar Rapids does, and so that'd be a tough matchup. And their top scorer, who got the 5-minute major in a game misconduct, he'll be out for tomorrow. And so they'll have a tough battle with Waterloo coming to town. And then we get to go back to Des Moines and play Mason City. And we know the result of our JV from the last time. We didn't play very well. And hopefully we've kind of seen, from today's game, a transition of getting a little bit more scoring, because I think every line scored for us tonight. And hopefully that transitions tomorrow well for our JV team, and then varsity going back at it, and it could be a huge 4-point weekend for us.
So we're going to wrap it up here tonight from the Stable and Cedar Rapids. The Leafs lead or win this one 6-3. They sweep both of them tonight against Cedar Rapids at the Stable. Boys in blue came out, played some good hockey. We'll be back tomorrow at the home confines, Metro Ice Arena. Mason City is in town. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon. For Dan Kinney and Andrew Wade, we are out of here. Enjoy your trip home if you're driving from Cedar Rapids. If you're not, if you're at home, go to bed. It's time to go to bed. All right. See everybody later.